Hi, I'm Mark Nepo, and I'm excited to be offering a very special week-long retreat for global journeys held at a castle in the northern countryside outside of Milan. And this will be in April of 2027. You know, being on journeys like this with you is really the blessing of my life as a teacher. Nothing is quite like the space of tenderness and truth that arises when we're simply comparing notes on what it is to be alive. Now, this week-long retreat will center on my latest book, The Fifth Season, Creativity in the Second Half of Life. And in our time together, we'll center on our quest to keep growing and feeling ever more deeply as we age. As the years go by, the question for each of us becomes more and more real. What does it mean to age? And despite the limitations that come as our bodies wear down, there are many gifts to inhabit as we age. It seems that aging requires a different set of skills. Ultimately, if faced tenderly and truthfully, aging is, as the Jungian analyst Helen Luke describes, a journey into simplicity. Perhaps our greatest resource in aging is to stay close to life and to stay creative. For creativity never leaves us. It simply keeps changing how it calls to us. And living a creative life doesn't mean that we have to strive to create great art. More deeply, I think we're asked to hold our individual lives as a work of art, that inhabiting fully will bring us more fully into being. And just as we need oxygen to breathe, we need the creative flow to keep our heart alive. To be clear, I think the goal in facing aging is not to beat it or duck it or run from it, or even to reframe it or minimize it. I think, as I age, the goal in facing aging is to live more fully the closer we get to death, so we can die with no feeling left unfelt, and no voice of life left unheard, and no thing in this world left unloved. I confess very simply that it's humbling to age and exciting to be fully here. After so many years, I feel like a man who's been turned inside out by life, and this has made me a student of the inside of everything. I think as we age, we meet in this very tender inner field of presence where there's very little left in the way. So if you're moved, please join us. I hope this finds you well, and thanks for listening.